that. So never mind. I'll let this play out a little further before I do my thing.
I'm
Uh,
going to continue shadowing our friendly minion spellcaster in case I think he's doing something weird with Eric that could fuck us over.
all right. He slowly walks through the room, and he has Windspeaker. Oh, he goes around that. He has Windspeaker follow in front of him, and he gets to this door.
Which is
Uh,
currently blocked by a 15-foot long table.
Yes, it is. So he gets to the 15-foot long table, and he's looking around like, "Hey, you gonna move the table for me, please?"
Wouldn't the other doorway work just as well? Is it not a door?
Uh, and yeah,
Uh,
we
Because
we could go that
it
way, but it's longer, and there's a room I don't want to pass going that way. This way's safer, trust me.
The guy does live here. Why not just give it a shot?
I
it
don't
dragged the
live
Uh,
here.
table over to the door that I'm standing in front of.
All right. I don't live here. I just go to school here.
uh,
Real, real quick before you leave, I want something of yours.
What?
Something, anything, something of
Here, you
something
just
that
met on
belongs to
one.
you. Something that belongs to you.
Um, he like pats himself down. He goes like, you can have my pencil book.
I'll take it.
All right, it's pretty much just like his little notebook.
You screw us over, I can find you, and you will regret your decisions.
Okay.
uh, that's terrifying. Also, I'm going to uh, I'm gonna get ready to cast. Uh, oh my god, hypnotic pattern on the dogs if this goes badly.
Um, so the way holding a spell works is if
Cast it, and
you
yeah,
cast it and you hold it, and if you don't like as soon as you decide to hold that spell slot's gone. You don't get it back.
yeah,
So like
yeah. I
if
know.
you okay, so you have
I
cast hypnotic pattern.
I
You just
have
haven't let
cast
go of it.
hypnotic pattern.
Da-
I'm
And
hoping I don't need it.
you are currently
Daphne,
concentrating on the spell. So like if something happens to break your
Yes.
concentration, you lose the spell. All right.
Yep.
Daphne,
Mm.
what about your turn undead?
They're not undead, are they?
Dogs,
I,
yeah, they are.
I
They're
thought
kind of definitely undead. I'm also a little concerned. I mean, okay, out of character. I'm a little. You're casting this spell, and if you don't use the trigger in 6 seconds, you lose the spell.
Um,
That's what you're intending to do.
I I know it. I know like rules as written. I think it's like 6 seconds, but I'm willing to let it be like up to a minute. I think it makes sense to like be able to hold on to a spell longer than a six count.
I wasn't
Okay.
aware that there was a time limit on it. But yeah,
Sometimes
that makes sense.
there is. It's kind of a slightly vague rules interpretation. I'm fine with it being like up to a minute, like most concentrate spells are.
TikTok.
All right. So this guy walks forward with his Eric Windspeaker zombie. As you get into the hallway, you can hear that the dogs are all in this next room, and they are just throwing themselves at the door. It's just like a constant stream of bam, slam, crunch, bark, 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 bark.
so. Just like normal dogs.
Yeah. Um. So
Pav, you're the mailman.
the student stops at the door, and he's got Eric like right in front of him. He goes,
You did. I'm sorry. I have to interrupt for just a second. You did say the mailman, right?
I didn't, but I should have.
No, you definitely said the mailman. Thank you, Zoot, for letting me interrupt. That is all.
Okay. So he's standing at the door with his Windspeaker zombie, and because I need one of you guys to open the door.
Can you?
All right.
I
Aberforth
have done the
reaches
thing.
over and opens the door. This room, I haven't moved the freaking dogs because that's a pain in the butt, but this room is stuffed to the gills with puppers. They're like a click and drag. Here we go. And in the butt with these. Oh,
Puppies with a swarm subtype.
yeah, pretty much. I do like to use swarm mechanics for like really large group monsters.
I mean, just based off of the sheer number of die rolls that they would have, I'd hope so.
Yeah. But yeah, no, there is a metric butt ton of doggos in this room. And the door opens, and as soon as they like catch a whiff of Windspeaker, they all kind of like immediately stop and like just kind of, they don't like sit or anything, but like they're all just kind of like quietly growling in your guys' direction. And the student is like visibly sweating, and he's just like and he's like,
Hold on.
oh,
I think I got this. I got this.
what are you doing?
So I'm going to cast Minor Illusion.
You know Minor Illusion. Great.
I do know Minor Illusion.
Fantastic.
And the illusion is going to be the sound of Eric Windspeaker saying, "Dogs, back to your kennel."
Okay, go ahead and give me a performance check.
Ah, fuck.
I think the dogs won't mind if somebody casts guidance.
I can't. I'm concentrating.
Oh yeah.
I mean, 11's good enough for a bunch of stupid zombie dogs. Let's see if this guy can also do a performance check. Oh, he's got a good charisma.
I was about to say, I forgot Will has a good charisma too.
Alright, that was Will. What the fuck? Oh, this guy doesn't have a terrible charisma. Ooh, he does
That
better
is-
than Will.
How?
What?
How what?
No, just the what Jared said just hit me. Will has a good charisma.
Yeah, Will is a 16 in charisma.
What?
Yeah. Okay, look, Suki. My mental stats are 20, 14, and 16, and my physical stats are 10, 14, and 10.
No, I'm just like with the way that you've played him. I'm
He's
just
a-
like trying
he's
to
a
reconcile the fact.
voluntary shut
I'm
up.
just like replaying my memories of all the role playing interactions, but like Will is just like 20% hotter.
Oh
Look.
God, he's hot.
Look, that's 16 charisma is why whenever Will gets off like a good one-liner or like a sharp retort, everyone's like, "Good one, Will."
Instead of shut the fuck up, Will.
Yeah, basically.
Everyone but Daphne.
So the student in William, who was also a student, turns out,
Yep.
managed
It's my
to
background.
puppet and ventriloquist their way with Eric Windspeaker's corpse, good enough to convince the dogs to go back to their kennels.
Great.
I was about to say the student go back to his kennel too.
No, it was easy to push the button that makes everything hide and then unhide him. Once the dogs have all kind of like shuffled their way out of the room, the student just kind of like half collapses against the wall, and he's just kind of like, Okay. That buys us a few minutes, but um, that doesn't close the doors on the kennels. So we still need to find another way out of here.
Hmm. Well, there is that place you were talking about, right?
How tall is the ceiling in the dog room?
The ceiling of the dog room is about 8 feet high.
Ah, never mind that.
I just went and shut the other door so that if the dogs come after us again, it'll take longer.
Yeah, they've kind of busted this door.
Sad.
Like you can open and close it, but like it's barely closes anymore.
Well, if that's the
Just a
case,
sec.
well, let's ask the student. Will Windspeaker be able to get us past any other obstacles?
I mean the dogs are the only real problem here. You killed the other students. Um, and aside from that, there's just the ritual room and the classroom. But
What's down in the pit?
the pit, we don't go in the pit. The pit's where um unsuccessful experiments go. We don't go in the pit.
Good gods.
You guys are checking out that room. There's all kinds of cool shit in this room, including a cabinet full of mysterious tinctures and a scroll rack. The room that Arcturus is in.
Ooh. What about this room that we're in?
That appears to be a classroom of sorts, and there is a bunch of half dissected humanoid bodies on the tables.
Ew.
I'm gonna unload the scroll rack and carefully unload the tinctures.
So the scroll rack is pretty like large, so you're gonna need like a pretty decent sized container to fit all those scrolls.
Can I look through the scroll rack just see if there's anything interesting?
Give me an Arcana check.
Gladly. Nope. I don't know shit from shit.
Nope, it's
So
just
definitely scrolls.
yeah, those are definitely scrolls. Whole bunch of them.
Yeah. My knowledge of magic is more sort of sleight of hand.
I would like to have the student. Well, I'd like to have us have the student tell the zombie not to respond, and then I still want to take the head off of Eric Windspeaker so we have proof that we've dealt with him when we leave here.
So the Windspeaker corpse in front of you looks nothing like he did in the Tribe Lands. Um, when he fell, it seemed like he had like an illusion just kind of like melted off of his form. His head is now like largely bald, aside from a few patches. His face looks like it was flayed and then reattached. All up and down his arms is just like a crisscross maze of scars and stitch marks. This guy looks like he was made from like 6 different people.
Hey, Mr.
Gross.
DM.
But
Yes.
hopefully still works with Speak with Dead.
Mr. DM.
What?
What kind of check is it to see if I know what a lich is?
That'd be either Arcana or Religion. Both work.
Dirty 20?
Uh, you know what a lich is. You also know that a lich who has a phylactery, their body disappears upon death.
Good to know.
William, before you get too far
Yes.
from the zombie, you hear like a sickening crack as a couple vertebrae in Windspeaker's head snaps as it turns at this very unnatural angle to look at you without moving the rest of his body. And his jaw kind of like half falls off, and a voice starts coming out of his head, and it says, "You, you are what I seek."
No, that's probably some other William you're looking for. You're looking for William's Sootfoot.
The student starts freaking out. He goes, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that." And the corpse takes like one shambling step towards you, and it says, "You, you who study the arcane, discovered the secrets of the divine. Tell them to me."
Can I just slap him?
Yeah, you can do that.
Yeah, I'm gonna look at Aberforth with that please put the corpse down look.
Okay. Do I need to roll anything or just?
No, yeah, you can just pop his head right off.
Pretty
Okay.
bad that this happens enough that you have a look for it.
Yep.
Oh yeah, no, you go treasure hunting enough. Kill the dead thing happens pretty often.
Yeah. So we do that.
That look is our oh shit followed by gunfire.
You pop the head off, and it doesn't stop talking. It lands on the floor, rolls towards William a little bit, and stops looking at him. It says,
It can talk from inside my backpack.
"This is not the last I will see of you, William."
As I'm picking up the head by the neck, I guess. I'm just like, sounds like we have another thing for the lead chest, everybody.
The light in the corpse's eyes dies as you pick it up and stuff it in your backpack, and it becomes a lifeless hunk of flesh again.
Ooh.
Ah,
Well, that was only slightly terrifying.
well, Mr. Bristlecone, I got a little bit left in the tank for you.
Oh, you shouldn't have.
Daphne, you checking out the tinctures in that cabinet to the south?
Sure.
That totally doesn't have a skeleton stashed behind it.
Yeah. Probably this would be more years thing.
Oh, I thought he was like a bartender sort of thing, you know?
No. They just were keeping a corpse back there and forgot about him.
Ugh.
All right. What kind of goods do we have here?
Go ahead and give me an alchemy check. You're so good at alchemy.
Ah, it's all formaldehyde.
It's all formaldehyde. No. While it is largely like preservatives and shit, there are a few potions of unknown effect in this cupboard.
I mean, if I could at least weed those out and put them in my bag.
Yeah, you just have a bunch of unidentified potions. You are
Ooh.
capable of identifying which are potions that do good stuff and literally poison.
Look, gang, a new jar of ticks.
I am
can't-
attempting. I'm just grabbing as many scrolls as I can fit. Then, if I
Okay, yeah, you grab like an armful of scrolls and stuff them in your backpack.
there's scrolls here if we think we should take them.
Yeah, there's still like, I'm gonna say at least like 3/4 of the scrolls left on that rack. I mean, those scroll
Oh,
tubes
great.
aren't small; they're like maybe like 2 inches in diameter. So,
How many potions?
Let me take a look.
you get 4 potions.
How's
Oh,
a 28 look for that Arcana check?
You realize that pretty much all the scrolls Arcturus shoved into his backpack are just scrolls, like they're just sheets of vellum with words written on them. You do identify like 3 magic scrolls in the case still, though.
Cool. Arcturus, dump out the ones you have in your pack. Grab those 3.
okay. I do this.
Cool. How many potions did I said you got, Gear?
4.
4 random potions, 3 random scrolls. All right.
Nothing like unidentified magic in the den of a necromancer.
Oh yeah.
Put this all together, we get one magic item. How about that?
Well, I'm gonna make a terrible decision and open a door.
Okay. You're hit with just like a wave of that acrid, like battery acid smell, and the inside of this room is just filled to the brim with with just like barrels upon barrels of that thick green goo. And enough of it is stored in this room that's actually off gassing a lot of that stink, and it's burning the shit out of your sinuses. And if you had to spend more than like 2 minutes in this room, you might as well just be walking around the Janarthi district.
Gross. Well, guys, that place was awful.
This whole place is awful.
Can we see what's in there?
Yeah, it's a bunch of barrels of goo and stuff.
That's it? Nothing more useful?
Nope, from all you can tell, it's just a bunch of barrels of that weird green goo.
I'm going to put on my breath catcher real quick.
Okay.
And I'm just going to look in the room around the corners here.
It seems your initial impression was more or less correct. Just they got like standing kegs full of the stuff. There's got to be at least like 500 or 600 gallons. Oh no, each of these drums would be about 50 gallons. So yeah, there's got to be like almost 1,000 gallons of the stuff in that room.
Goodness.
Well, do we want to go get our friend and try to get him out of here, or are we just going to immediately turn our back on the promise we made?
Oh, he's certainly welcome to follow us. He should have been following us the entire time.
He's like keeping a good like 1 room distance because he's worried you guys are gonna like murder him now because of what just happened with the corpse.
We're used to weird shit happening to corpses when we're raiding the places they died. It's kind of the profession.
That was clearly Mael himself speaking through Eric. If I had to hazard a guess.
Or could it be another fake Eric?
You really think that was Mael?
Could have been. Hey, actually,
Well, I
interested.
doubt it was the Crimson Flame.
I'm interested. What's your name?
My name is Marin.
Why here?
What do you mean? Why here?
Why study with this guy?
They teach healing. Not all of us are blessed godchildren.
Huh.
I wanted to help people.
I see. Interesting.
Ah, yes, the classic misunderstood art of necromancy, used in hospitals the world over.
So I'm just gonna explain it to you guys right now.
In this setting? Yeah, probably.
This is how the cult of Mayol recruits people. They sell it as a medical school. And they say we're going to teach you how to heal people without magic because magical healing is one, super fucking expensive, and two, shaky at best. So they teach people like actual like surgical techniques and medicine and shit. And the more invested into the program you get, the more cult shit they dump on you. This guy's only been here like 3 weeks. He's been like cutting open a few bodies for study, and that's about it. And then you guys bust down the door.
Does he know about I'm going to ask him, Marin. Do you know about Mael?
I mean, he's not a god. He's just he's a scholar, a teacher. He just wants to help people.
He's a lich.
I mean, is that so bad?
Most liches aren't in it for other people.
How many liches do you know? That seems a little prejudiced.
I don't
I
personally know
was
it.
just thinking that.
It's just sort of a thing, you know? I'm going to help people, but in order to do it, I'm going to consume the souls of hundreds, maybe thousands of living beings to do it.
I don't know if he does that or not. I mean,
How many
he's a lich.
Have you eaten?
Hey, DM.
Yeah.
Would that be an Arcana or a Medicine check to know that you don't, consume hundreds of thousands of souls to become a lich?
It'd be an Arcana check because the secrets of becoming a lich are like super secret.
I mean that doesn't sound right, but I'm no expertise in lichdom.
Yeah, it's reasonable to assume that eating a kingdom's worth of people is at least what a common person would think a lich has to do to become a lich.
Certainly, it is what a lot of liches end up doing anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's
So
not part of the
it's sort of
process.
it's sort of a correlation causation thing.
Marin, you said that we needed to take a different way out of here, and that is
I said we had to find a different way out of there. I don't recommend that room, but it will work if we're desperate.
Well, it looks like our choices are the dogs, the pit, or this room. Which of those three are you most comfortable with?
Me? I mean, uh, I think I would just hide in the closet till the dogs got bored.
Ah, yes. Silly us. We forgot how easily the undead get tired of a repetitive task.
Well, I mean, I've still got the power of Parsuela locked and loaded if it comes down to it.
He still looks very salty with you. Like every time you mention Parse, he's just like, you privileged bitch.
Yeah, I'm trying to think about whether Daphne would clock this, and she probably wouldn't. She's just totally like, "What's this guy's deal?"
This guy's a hater. I don't like him.
Yeah, what the fuck? She's trying to remember if she's like, she's trying to remember if she's dated him at some point.
Maybe she threw up on him at a party at one
Yeah,
point.
just like racking her brains, like, what did I do?
All right, everybody, decisions. Are we going into the glowy room, the pit, or are we going to try to deal with the dogs?
So why don't you want us to go into this room?
Yeah, what's in here?
Well, I mean, do you not know a teleportation circle when you see one?
No.
Oh, so it is a teleportation circle. I didn't see what was in that room.
It
you know where
looks
it leads?
remarkably similar to something else we've seen recently.
Yeah, I was about to say.
Because, well, if you've been in any other cells of Mayol, most of them have this circle.
You know where
Did
it
we?
leads?
It doesn't lead anywhere. These circles are different than like a traditional teleportation circle. They act as like a beacon for Mayol's realm to uh come close to Bastion and open a pathway, as it will.
So it
Ah,
leads to Mayo's realm.
more doctor stuff. My bad.
Uh, it can lead to Mayol's realm, but it can be changed.
Are you saying that this
Yeah.
is? Wait. Okay, this is me as a player. Is he
Yeah.
basically saying that that portal is like leaking enough of Mael's realm to make this effectively hallowed ground?
Kinda, sorta.
Yeah.
You know, my wife's in nursing school and she just got past teleportation circles.
Yeah.
Wouldn't you know? Weird coinky dink.
He goes, but the circle can be altered. I don't know where it'll go, but it won't go to Mayol's realm.
Ooh,
Could we?
Yeah.
teleport
Okay.
roulette does sound fun.
I was gonna.
Mm, I
How
listen.
difficult would it be to link this teleportation circle with the one that we found in with the one in the hidden cave we were in before?
Did you
Okay.
bother to memorize that circle's sequence?
Oh, this is actually going to come up for once because I took a shitty snapshot from that room when we killed all the ghouls.
Fuck yes. Give me a perception check.
Perception it is.
Oh, sometimes. Wow, snapshot is a useful spell. Fuck.
Damn it.
Oh no, I said it would have been your passive perception, wouldn't I? Didn't I?
Oh, my passive perception is 16.
Oh yeah, no, your passive perception. Yeah, you take good snapshots. What are you saying, shitty snapshot? Um, yeah, he's got a picture of it, dude.
Okay. Do with the way that this works here, this is being like this is some kind of permanent magic space. So like we don't do we need to expend a spell slot? Do we
No, this is essentially just a giant ass magic item.
Okay, yeah, that's what I was figuring.
Can I do that?
Yeah. So you're gonna need to make an Arcana check, and that will let you alter the circle.
21.
Oh,
Hot damn, kid.
that
Alright.
is so close to a 5.
I made a fucking skill monkey.
All right. So as you're tinkering with the circle, you realize something about its like construction or whatever. It is like a device of Mayol's, so it requires life force to be fed into it to activate. In each of the pods, in each of the corners, is a body, and you can reasonably assume that those are living bodies, like just held in some kind of stasis as like batteries for this portal. Otherwise, you've got this thing ready to go.
Oh, that sucks.
Do you tell the rest of us that?
Of course, I tell the rest of you that.
I mean,
Will's
Were
just
you-
kind of trying to shuffle us around until we're standing by the bodies. Well, I'm
So,
getting out of
Mirren,
here.
were you aware of that?
No. I mean, I just finished teleportation in my nursing school.
yeah. This I'm gonna be honest. I'm new to Bastion, so like I don't know like the whole deal. My experiences so far with Mayol and his uh cadre, this is pretty par for the course.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Sort of like, you're either useful or you're either useful as a person or you're useful as a thing, you know?
Sometimes both. I mean, it's all in pursuit of biological perfection.
Funny how that works.
Yeah. I mean,
Hey, you can help people without being a healer, right? I mean, like I'm a healer and I basically am never a help to anyone.
We can all
It's
second
true.
that.
It's true. I don't know why we keep her around.
he goes, it's wonderful that you've squandered your talents.
Okay,
Hey,
first of all, talent is a strong word.
thank you. Second of all, listen, I didn't really choose this either. I mean, I did. I was I did technically volunteer to enter into the goddess's service, but I didn't really have anything else going on. I didn't really have any skills, and people wouldn't mooching off people for free stuff wasn't isn't really a career path
And that's different from what you do now. How?
because now if I mooch off people for free stuff, I can call it offerings.
Uh, the,
But
the student the
we,
student
we,
just
we
takes a deep breath and he goes, "We don't have it so easy here. So how about you go back to whatever happy little candies and ice cream plane you come from? Leave us the fuck alone."
I would love to, but unfortunately, I was called here. Okay, I know how this is gonna sound. I was technically called here in the service of my goddess. But look,
he's just doing like that Nicolas Cage what the fuck stare at you. He's just like, what?
no, okay, look, no, look. See, my original point was, and she's like scrambling, like, what was my original point? No, okay, look, I worship a goddess of, yes, peace and healing and all that stuff, but also just fun. The festivity and revelry brings all kinds of benefits to people. Making people's lives a little more livable, taking their worries off of their shoulders. That's important too. It's
You
imp-
have nigh unlimited access to divine power, and you use it to party. You're worse
if
than useless.
if we're not here to, I mean, if the gods didn't put us on in this world to party, then
There are people dying in the fucking streets, and you're getting drunk?
well, d- b- d- okay, well,
And I'm
you,
the bad one.
it's just look. We all have our roles to play in the cosmic order of things, and my role is to bring joy to the living, not to keep them alive, if that makes sense. This isn't sounding good.
So it's better that they're drunk and dead?
No, 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 no. Wait. Shit. Daphne's just like, she looks like she makes the face she makes when she's trying to do math in her head. Like, wait, no, because, like, Parsuela.
Can we argue theology later and figure out what the plan is here?
Thank you.
Please.
In case you
There
all
are 4
forgot, the
beings
dogs
trapped
are
in
gonna
this
get
room.
hungry.
The dogs are hungry. There are 4 beings that are trapped in this room suffering, being used as batteries
No,
to
I
run
thought they were
nails
just
on
dried
teleporters.
corpses.
uh,
No, they're alive and in stasis.
oh yeah, they're not suffering. They're barely people at this point.
So they
That's
were.
racist.
So they were at one point, is what you're saying.
I mean, yeah, but that was long before I got here.
Oh,
Sounds like they ought to
okay.
be released from this.
I was about to say, is it really that simple as popping the top off and pulling them out?
I mean,
Yeah. How do
yeah,
we know that's not
they're
going
gonna
to
be
kill
like
them?
slimy Matrix people.
Ah.
And then we will have 4 people to also try to get out of here, because the dogs are still loose.
And our only escape route is the pit.
No, we can run past the dogs as well. Or at least you all can go through the teleporter, and then I can use tank, put these 4 beings out of their misery, then hope for the best.
I mean,
I mean,
let's not
going through the
discount.
teleporter probably will put them out of their misery.
I mean, let's not discount the possibility of like trying to get these innocent people out of here safely.
First of all, how do you know they're innocent?
Fair. Hey, wait, no, they weren't. They were already here when you got here.
What do you
This
care?
is what happens when you don't pass your classes.
What, what do you care, lady? They're not gonna go party with you afterwards.
Oh, okay. So I tell
And
you
and then
one
and then
thing
he
about
just
my job.
and then he just walks into the room.
Oh yeah, you thought that was like a mic drop, huh?
Yeah,
You learned one
that's what
thing
he
about
thought a mic drop was.
you're like the world. You're like first day on the job as a roast comic. You learn one thing about my job, and you think it's just the most cutting remark.
I'm not listening to
Yeah,
you.
listen, Daphne parties with a lot of dead people.
It's true. I don't judge.
I mean, do you want his pencil case?
So, so I have an idea. It's probably not going to work, but it'll be
I'd love to
funny.
hear it.
So, what are the odds that we can find a vaguely head-shaped object, put it on top of Windspeaker's corpse, pull the hood over it, and then just have me minor illusion Windspeaker saying like dogs heal or something, and we walk out the dog hallway.
His corpse is like no longer animated. The head
Yeah,
got
I'm
popped off of it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no. I know the head got popped off it. That's why I'm saying we find a vaguely head-shaped object, put it on the neck, and then pull the hood over it, so you can't see the head.
And then
I
what? Just
think
like
the
wheel
head.
him out.
Yes, we put him on like a dolly.
So, quick question for the group. How good is the eyesight of undead dogs? Do you guys think?
It's not good at
Seems like
all. But their
it seems like they
noses.
it seems like they identify him by smell, right?
Seems it's by smell. I mean, so I don't think we even need his corpse, more his scent.
Yeah, scent and sound. Dogs already have pretty shit eyesight. Like,
Yeah.
Well, why don't we just take the robes? Why don't we just like stick his robes on someone then?
We just all walk out smeared in Eric Windspeaker corpse.
Oh no, please, let's not.
It worked out in the savannah. Why wouldn't it work here, Daphne?
It didn't. It very specifically didn't.
Daphne, are you still alive? Then it worked.
He's got a point.
He doesn't.
I mean, are you alive?
That's no. Okay.
See, then
My problem is that getting anywhere near like if any plan involving the dogs doesn't work, we have to deal with the dogs.
if only we had a cleric with us.
If only there wasn't
Right,
fresh meat in the hallway that they could feast on too.
right, but yeah, I mean I can turn them, but that's only gonna get some of them.
So you turn some of them. You put some of the others to sleep.
bark,
Can't can't do that.
Uh-oh.
Your cleric's fresh out of miracles.
bark,
I'm gonna
bark.
poke. Are they starting to come out of the hallway or?
Did you guys ever close the doors?
We did, yeah? Yeah.
Those
No,
doors?
Aberforth did.
The doors to the kennel?
Yeah.
No, we closed the doors
The
behind
doors.
us, and then we had a long theological discussion in the hallway right down the hall from the dogs.
Kind of slowly walking up here to see if they're starting to come.
You see at least one of them
So
starting to like stick his head out of his kennel and look around.
Prestidigitate those doors closed, man. Fucking shut them up.
Jump.
so I have another idea.
I say we take the pit.
See,
We
because
armed this thing in the pit. We gave him a dagger earlier.
Yeah, he's got a dagger.
I was gonna suggest I know rope trick. So we could rope trick. I could take a short rest, gain a third level spell slot back, and then we just hold them in this doorway while I have spirit guardians going, and we
Could we
just
just
bl-
blender them?
yeah, and then we just blender them.
I
I
mean,
support this. Let's do that.
yeah, sure. I mean, that makes about as much sense as anything else we've proposed.
That's well, I
Let's
mean
do the thing.
that's 3 eyes. Yeah, I'm going to cast rope trick.
Just gonna close this door here too.
Wait, you have rope trick?
Yeah, I have rope trick.
That's
He's
such
a
a good
wizard,
spell.
of course. Of course he
Yeah.
has rope trick.
Why do you think I took it? So yeah, I pull out I pull out a length of rope, cast rope trick, and climb up into the extra dimensional space.
I mean, yeah, that'll get
Definitely.
you a short rest, but
It also gets the
Definitely.
dogs a short rest. Or do we want them getting their spell slots back?
I mean, it'll give
Cool.
the dogs time to get out of the door. Get the doors open.
Cool. What
Daphne's
was
also
what
gonna.
was the What was the
Nothing.
student's name again?
Merrick.
Marin?
Marin.
Marin? Alright. Marin, either you get in here or your dog chow.
Um. I don't want to get in there. I don't know where that goes. I don't know
It's
that.
an extra dimensional space. It'll keep us safe for an hour. Just get in here.
I don't know that spell. I'm sorry. I'll take my chances. I mean, is it even safe to be making extra dimensional spaces in this room? I mean,
Do you
it's
have any
supposed to
extra
be
dimension?
where Mayol's realm comes from.
In
Do you,
fairness,
do you have any extra dimensional spaces on your person?
I don't think it's appropriate to be talking to a lady about such things.
you don't ask a man about his salary. You don't ask a woman about her extra dimensional spaces. It's
You know
common
what?
courtesy, really.
You know what? That's totally fine. I get it. If you did, not saying one way or the other, then it would be unsafe. Otherwise, you're just being a pussy.
You're just terrible in every sense of the word, huh?
Yes, she is.
Terrible would be taking something personal of you to track you down with a divination spell, just in case you fucked us over.
Well, I'm definitely not getting in an extra dimensional space with her.
Well,
If she stays out, I'll get in.
do it yourself. I'm gonna climb into the hole.
I'd like to be the last to climb in, and as I go by, I just want to tell them I keep most of them around because they make me look better.
You know what, Marin? Fine. We'll both stay here.
He looks very grumpy.
Sexual tension is killing me.
Okay. So I guess I'm going to leave the rope out in case they need to scramble up in here because of, I don't know, something like zombie dogs.
There were two of them, and there was only one teleport circle.
And they were roommates.
Oh my god, they were roommates.
What's Arcturus doing?
I'm going to sit at the door, tell everybody to be quiet, start resting, and hold them off in case the zombie dogs do try to bust down the door while
I
Will's resting in the extra dimensional space.
So the point of casting rope trick was so that we could all get up in there and there would no longer be a scent for the dogs to follow.
I mean,
If
there would
we
be a
leave
scent for them to
half the
follow.
party if we leave half the party in here, the dogs presumably break in at some point. And if they break in before the hour mark, I don't get that third level spell slot back, and we have to fight them with what we have.
No. We have to fight them. You're still resting. They can't climb the rope.
Sure.
Who's in the
Okay,
who's
cool.
in the hole?
I am.
Me and you.
Yep, you know what? Whatever.
Nerd hole.
He's right. He's right. Get in the nerd hole. If you guys don't do it, then we come in here and find your corpses later, so be it.
Into the nerd hole.
Aberforth's in the nerd hole. It's just Merrick and Daphne then? You're in the room?
Aaron?
Marin, Merrick,
Marin.
Merith.
And this is the part where we wake
Marty.
up in fucking Mayol's realm.
Alright, so short rest is only like 15 minutes. But while you guys are all up there, and I believe you can't really see
Okay.
anything out of rope trick, correct?
If we're resting, I'm gonna cast something on Aberforth.
Let me just double check.
I believe rope trick is like you can just see like directly beneath you and not much else.
Attacks and spells can't cross through the entrance into or out of the extra dimensional space, but those inside can see out of it as though it were a 3 foot by 5 foot window centered on the rope. So we can see underneath it, but that's it.
Okay, yeah, you can see like a little window pointed right at the floor, and that's about it. Okay, cool. This guy kind of like pouts for a couple minutes over here in the corner, and kind of slowly just kind of like tiptoes his way over here. Look, lady, I know you don't really give a shit about these people, right?
What are you talking about?
I'm
They're
getting
my greatest friends.
I'm getting the fuck out of here. You coming?
How?
He just kind of gestures broadly at the teleportation circle.
And Daphne gestures at the pods.
He goes, "What, are you gonna fix them? They're dead already."
Not yet, they're not.
He just looks kind of exacerbated. He goes, "You pick a hell of a time to be noble."
I'm a fae. That's what we do.
I'd say,
Kinda.
wasn't he just bitching about how we weren't being noble enough?
He has a very utilitarian sense of like what a person is, and these are not people.
Yeah, it's it's really easy to justify committing atrocities when you have a very narrow and specific definition of person.
Yeah. No, the cultists of Mayor are very like utilitarian. Like, yeah, they want to be like good doctors and help people, but like they want to help people that can be helped. If you can't be helped, then you are just material to be used to help the people that can be helped. You are
The
spare
term
parts.
human resources has a different definition for them.
Yeah. If you are beyond help, you are spare parts. And as far as he is concerned, these people are meat to be used.
It's interesting. You ever been to a funeral, Marin?
No?
Never?
We don't do those here.
It's a shame. They're nice.
Bastion doesn't really have cemeteries. Because like
But
there's no
It's kind of
there's
got
no room.
limited real estate.
Yeah, it's got real limited real estate. Most folks are like cremated or something. Like they
right,
will
but
they will have like funerary services, but they're usually like
but
really
not like
light.
yeah.
They're not as involved as like a traditional funeral would be. It's a very like flippant, do something that afternoon and then continue on with your day kind of thing. The people of Bastion
like
are
a
very busy.
Either
like
that
a
or they're
like a
buried vertically.
like a wake without a funeral.
Yeah, and even then like the wake is just kind of like, yeah, it sucks he's dead. Let's go get lunch now. Like a couple of close people will be devastated. Like that's just going to be how it is. But culturally, people of Bastion are kind of, oh, we got other shit we got to worry about now. I can't miss a full day of work for this shit.
If I don't make rent, the Marchitelli will come in and break my legs again.
Pretty much. And there's no clerics to fix them. This guy's kind of real salty with Daphne. And he knows he can't really get too loud about this because there's 4 other dudes in a hole that's going to come and beat his ass if he does.
You're damn right. I cannot wait for us to get out of here with this guy. We just give him a business card and like, if you need a job, you know where to find us.
Yeah.
Woof, woof, woof. Bang, bang, slam, woof, woof. Bark, woof, arf. Crash.
That's a, do we get our rest on?
Yeah.
Cool. We climb out of the nerd hole.
Woof, woof, bang, smash, crash.
That's it. I'm climbing out of the nerd hole.
I mean, we said we were climbing out of the nerd hole.
Woof, woof, bang. Smash, crash,
All right.
bang.
I'm gonna stand there. We need either Aberforth or Arcturus to stand in front of the door.
I like how Aberforth is an option.
Hey, he has his rakish audacity. Actually, yeah. Caitlin, you have reach, don't you?
I do.
Then stand behind Arcturus? Yeah.
What's the range on Spirit Guardians?
15 feet.
Oh, nice.
That's why I'm standing right there.
And I'm going to stand here so that I can turn undead if needed.
And I'm going to stand here in case I can throw out an Eldritch Blast or two.
Maybe
This
someone
guy's
should.
gonna be like, you guys are fucking crazy.
Welcome to being an adventurer.
I don't want to be an
I couldn't
adventurer. I
have
want to
said
be a
it better
doctor.
myself, William.
I'm not an adventurer. I'm a doctor. Damn it.
What did you say, Caitlin?
I couldn't have said it better myself, William.
I guess throw open the door and we wait for the dogs?
So the door crashes open as the dogs have been slamming on it the last 2 minutes.
Oh, I did not
Crash.
realize Spirit Guardians has a 10-minute duration.
Fuck wizards, why? I'm gonna need a drink because I'm gonna need a drink for this.
Y'all ready for a chill night of just rolling damage on dogs?
I really, we need like achievement pop-ups on the stream, and let's just like make the DM get a drink.
Yeah, no,
Over
I'm
here.
s-
This
You
is
know-
William Inkhand on this episode of Will It Blend?
Hell yeah, brother!
Go ahead and roll initiatives, and I'll be back with a Coke.
You know, funny enough, there are plugins that let people redeem rewards and make achievements pop up like that. They'd be like, redeem reward, achievement unlocked, made DM turn into an alcoholic.
Oh, we are doing fantastic, guys.
Alrighty. So there are
Jesus fuck, there are
18 of these
18 of these
motherfuckers.
fucking things.
Eric tried to warn you, man. You should have just talked to him.
Hey,
You can try talking to him now. Does anyone know Speak with Dead?
Nah, I skipped that part of the game. I didn't get the medallion.
I'm not that far ahead in medical school.
Speak with Dead was next week.
I could do it,
I was out that day.
but I don't have it prepared.
Yeah, it must be nice to not have to work for your spells.
I'm
You
sorry.
sound grumpy.
Do you have any idea
very
the amount of
grumpy.
personal sacrifices I made to get to this position? I had to marry a guy to be a priestess.
That's all you had to do.
No. Oh, well, okay, no. There was other stuff. I also have to wear clothes.
Oh, wow. Such great sacrifices, Daphne.
God,
Well, listen, William, we don't see you marrying a man.
I say we put her in one of the pods.
You know, I'm starting to come around to Marin's thinking.
Let's see here. Who goes first? Aberforth, you get to go first.
Who would have thought?
Hey, in her defense, she had to drink a lot of wine.
Eh,
Yeah. Oh god, that must be so terrible. Getting your powers through fucking drinking.
oh, what about you,
Unfortunately-
William? Oh, what about William? Oh, I'm William. I'm just going to beg my dead grandpa to take over my body so I don't have to experience combat.
unfortunately, I can't reach the dogs.
Ready
She
in
said-
action. Ready in
she-
action.
I ready in action for adventure.
She
Awesome.
said, standing in front of the warlock who has made a pact with his grandfather to get powers for combat.
Yeah. Dude, why am I being labeled the fucking privileged one? Y'all are a bunch of nepo baby.
Why is he making a save?
Oh, because
Is he still dying
I
with
think
prone
he's
and
still
exhaustion?
paralyzed. Yeah, he still has paralyzing touch on him.
We've just been carrying him around like a fucking mummy.
Oh, Arcturus has it too. Hold on. Are you still raging?
He shouldn't be.
He still
No,
has
I stopped raging a long time
you
ago.
still have
We've
aspect of the
we've
bear
just
on.
been occasionally slapping him to keep him
Aspect
angry.
of the bear is a permanent thing.
Oh shit! I thought that was just while you were raging. That's some good shit.
All right, this dog's getting blasted.
Don't do it. It's my little pupper.
23.
Yeah, that hits.
14.
That also hits.
Like shooting dogs in a hallway.
That dog didn't even lose half his health.
Like stealing candy from a barrel.
Daphne, it's your turn.
Give me a sec. Okie doke.
Actually, give me like 2 minutes to put a goblin in her bed. She's passing out.
Wondering.
Better wonder.
Probably not a good idea to turn undead yet.
Probably not. You only have a 30-foot range.
Let them swarm us first.
No, I mean,
Yep.
because we're trying to bottleneck
We're
them.
trying to keep them bunched up in an area so Spirit
Right.
Guardians has the maximum effect.
I think we're in a pretty good spot right here. I just stand in this place. Only one can attack me at a time.
No, yeah, the problem is that turn undead makes them run away.
Yeah.
Right. So we don't use that unless they
Yeah.
take me down
Okay.
and they swarm into the room to start gnawing on the rest of you.
Let's do a. I could do protection. That might be a good idea. Double check the. When frightened or possessed by them. Okay. Yeah, here's something I can do. Daphne is going to take a swig from her wineskin, and she goes, "Hey, Ark,
Yo, Daff.
you got this." And she's going to cast protection from evil and good.
Bro. Thanks.
She just gives like a slow knowing
She gives
nod.
him the finger guns.
Just tosses him a pair of sunglasses.
Yeah, just like you missed, you drop these, King.
Oh, aviators.
But-
Sweet.
Not only does she just toss me these things, she is successful enough. I turn around to look, and they land on my face,
Yes,
perfectly
Lord.
open.
perfectly. Yes.
I'm
Karen
assuming
watching
you're
from the side. I fucking hate her.
And the thing is, I knew it was happening. So, like, I spin in a quick circle. So I just, right as the sunglasses flip open and land on my face, I'm facing the right direction. And without missing a beat, I spin back around with my axe in my hand.
All right.
I wonder if Marin's sitting there just being like, I wish they had killed me.
He's not really wishing that. He's mostly thinking, oh shit, we're gonna get eaten by dogs.
No, we've done this plenty of times.
He wasn't there for those times. That's it for Daphne.
Yep.
William.
Spirit Guardians.
Yep. Okay. Does Spirit Gardens go around corners? I don't think it does. Uh,
It doesn't say it doesn't.
it usually indicates that it does. Like Fireball says, it goes around corners.
Could we just have retroactively like had me just here and then William standing where I was? So he's looking straight. I can just chain at them as they
Well,
come through
I'm
the door.
trying to decide if this constitutes as a corner. Yeah, I'm gonna
Okay.
say it would work into the square with the door, but not the square that the dogs are in.
Okay. Well then. Okay. Well then, in that case, yeah, Aberforth and I are gonna have to shuffle around.
All right, Arcturus, it's your turn.
I'm gonna. What am I gonna do here? I'm a barbarian. Dang it!
You're barbarian with protection from good and evil cast on you.
What does that do again specifically?
They
Uh,
have disadvantage to attack you.
they have disadvantage to attack you, and you can't be charmed, frightened, or possessed by them.
Gotta say, the dogs look a lot more intimidating from the token view.
Yeah.
Okay. Well. Hey, Will, do you intend to use the space that the door stands in?
I don't plan on being there.
Right, spirit guardians. They don't occupy a space, so you can cast it anywhere, right?
It's
Yes.
centered on him.
Oh, actually, yeah. So can I actually cast that on my turn and then we'll shuffle it around?
What do you mean?
Because well, so to get the best effect here, Aberforth and I have to swap. But Spirit Guardians has a duration of 10 minutes.
Well, to be the best, Aberforth needs to be off to either side of where he is now, and then Will has to be where Aberforth is.
Yeah.
I kind of like where we are.
Okay. Arcturus, if you are expecting to step through the door and start hacking, I would strongly recommend against that.
I'm just gonna step into the doorway.
Okay, cool. So I'm presuming you're gonna step forward, take a few swings, and then step back? Or are you gonna stay there and get attacked a minimum of 3 times, possibly 6 or 9?
I mean, I wouldn't count on them being intelligent.
What I'm saying is like, yes, they have disadvantage against attacking you. However, the sheer volume of dice they'll be throwing at you if you step into that doorway means you are going to get hit eventually.
Hmm.
I'm gonna ready an action to attack the first dog that steps into the doorway.
Okie doke. The dogs. This one, right at the doorway, sees the spirit guardians and yelps, as if like you just waved fire at it or something. And it takes like a low stance, and it's like growling, but it's refusing to step any further. And that's pretty much
Huh.
what all the dogs do.
Interesting.
Eberforth, it's your turn.
All right. Well, if this will work better like this, I'll step to the side here. Why don't we just try to make a formation and have William walk us out of here?
That's just what I was thinking. Also when I cast it, what is the limit on that?
So, real quick, have you ever cornered a dog before that didn't want to be cornered?
Well,
Are you
we're
asking at the
still-
players or the characters?
I was about to
Yeah.
say, I'm not a psychopath, so no.
That dog, I guarantee you, was going to fight twice as hard to get out of that corner than it would have otherwise.
Well, they were already going to try to kill us, so I'm excited to see how they try upping their game from that.
Have you ever
Double
been,
kill
have you
you.
ever have you ever been double dead before? It's not pleasant.
Also,
Well, I know someone who has. I currently have his head in my backpack.
Yeah,
when I
you know,
cast Spirit Guardians, I'm naming literally everyone in this room.
Good idea.
including Marin.
What about the people in the pods?
They're dead. They're technically objects.
Sorry, pod people.
They're not dead.
They're about to be.
God damn it.
Did Will name the pod people?
Do we know their names?
I don't think he has to know their names.
No,
Choose his
it-
Another
creatures he can
names.
see.
Just
Yeah,
anyone you can
then
see.
yes, I'll name the pod people too.
Okay.
That's the other thing is we're
You
gonna
can
need
be
to
Mike,
get
you
the-
can be Joe, you can be Sarah, and you can be Chris.
We're also gonna need to. Have we popped the pod people out of the pods already, or
Oh,
It's gonna take a while to extricate those pod people.
that's why we're not using this to work our way out of the place. We're using this to blend these guys, right?
yes?
Right.
Problem is you gotta get them into it, and they seem to have a sense of self-preservation.
I have an idea for this.
Anyways, what's Aberforth doing?
Well, I stepped to the side and
He will have
I
half,
guess ready
he
for my
will have
action
half
again.
cover, which is +2.
That's okay.
Oh, not from where you think he's gonna be. But you're fine. Yeah, if you're just writing another action, you're here.
Hey, guess what?
More Eldritch Blast.
We need the sound of a slide racking on a gun when it gets to year's turn in initiative.
That is 3 sevens in a row.
Holy hell. They all hit.
Consistency is key.
This dog is not happy. Daphne, what are you doing?
There's not a lot that I can do. My only attack spell deals necrotic damage. My only attack cantrip deals necrotic damage, which I'm willing to bet they're immune to.
They might just be
So,
resistant.
and I'm also concentrating on that.
Special weapons
Okay.
concentrate, isn't it?
No, it's not.
Oh, that's stupid.
Oh, it's not.
Nope. Spiritual weapon just pops up and you have it for the duration.
Okay, sure, I'll do a spiritual weapon then.
It also doesn't go away if you get knocked unconscious, but you have to use your bonus action to make an attack, so it just kind of sits there.
Sure. Well, summon a spiritual weapon. Right there in the doorway.
Alright. Hold on. Spiritual weapon. My weapon. There it is. Boom, spiritual weapon.
And I'm going to make an attack. Oh. There we go.
Here you go. You missed Arcturus, but you hit the Hound.
Okay. Alright, great.
Maybe stop targeting
Do I have-
Arcturus.
Do I have him target? I can't tell.
Said you did.
I shouldn't. Nah.
There you go. No, you're good. Oh, no, you're not. There.
Well, I can't. Now I can't target the hound.
You are now targeting just the Hound.
Okay, that's weird because it doesn't have the arrow up. But
You killed my doggy.
yeah, take that.
Bleh.
That's gonna be my turn.
All right, the
Wow,
dogs are
now we
all
have
like
to worry about-
yelping and barking now. They're very upset. William, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Yeah. So Spirit Guardians ends right where the like right in front of the door,
Yep.
like on that square.
Yep.
I don't know if I technically get the two on the corners there.
No, because
The
it's
the
technically
thing
like
I
radiating
the
out from you. So since it
the
doesn't go around corners and you can't draw a straight line from your square to
yeah,
that square, it's not hitting that square.
okay. Um well, in that case, now hmm, so I have an idea, but this may end up going very poorly if these dogs have like any ability to squeeze past Arcturus.
Depends on where you're standing.
Because I mean, I'm tempted to do the minor illusion trick again and see if that gets them actually moving.
Uh, you'd have to do really good, and they'd get an actual roll for it because they are in combat. So you would essentially have disadvantage because they're in combat.
Dude, if you got nothing else to do, worth a shot.
Yeah, sure, we're gonna do it. So yeah, I'm gonna use minor illusion,
All right.
and I'm going to have Eric Windspeaker shout, "Hounds attack!"
All right.
How's this 17 look?
Grab a random hound and have him make an insight check.
An NPC named Wick has been alerted. Oh no.
These guys do not have a good insight. Yeah, no, they're dumb dogs. They seem spurred on. Arcturus, what are you doing?
I'm a step up.
Uh-oh.
I assume I have a -2 to hit this guy.
Yes, because you're attacking through a corner. That hits. Ow! That also
Oh, I
hits.
forgot to rage.
Yeah, I was gonna say, did you rage?
In between this attack and the next attack, I'm gonna go ahead and
Yeah, you can do that.
Super Saiyan.
The sunglasses turn yellow.
they, they turn into those spiky Kamina glasses. I have disadvantage to attack you. You have resistance to all damage. You're just are so buffed.
You know what, Will? I'm just gonna stand here.
It was
You
almost
do what
like
you gotta do.
it was almost like we're PCs and we had time to plan.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like that happens. All right, Doggo's turn. I mean, Boss Man said to attack. Why not? He runs in there, barking and snarling and yelping.
Oh, cool.
Ouch.
Continue.
All right. He has advantage from pack tactics, so that'll negate the protection from bull. So I'm just gonna roll 3 quick attacks and then we'll move on. The other dogs can't really do anything. That hits. That hits. That misses. So you get hit twice. Wow. You took 2 damage from the first bite. And 7 from the second bite. And that's it
And
for
that
the
is halved,
doggos.
right?
Yeah, that's with it halved. That would have been 5 and 14 otherwise. And it's Aberforth's turn.
Hooray!
But say if you want to step up and take a swing, feel free.
I do. Bop, bop. Nope. Yes. Targeting the dog. Gotcha. Adventure!
Anything but adventure. In 23s. That definitely hits.
All right. He's near a friend of mine, and my friend isn't incapacitated.
Could he
Thwap.
be, though? Pretty please? He didn't like that.
And then
He wishes you hadn't.
the redial. Hooray!
Yeah, that hits too.
I love it when my calls connect.
Well,
And
you
that is Aberforth's turn.
you spanked that puppy. Year.
I was about to say, do you want to step back a little bit?
Yes, he does want to step back a little bit.
Yes, I should.
That way I can step forward, get the dog in back there with Spirit Guardians, and then take a step back.
There we go.
Oh boy, a new target.
Oh boy.
13?
Ah, that misses.
15.
Hits.
Still averaging 7s here.
Year over here. I cast Detect AC.
It's 14.
Splat pupper. Is that all you can do?
That's all Year wants to do.
All right. Daphne.
That dog. Tell you what. Well, first, I gotta move this thing. It's underneath Arcturus.
Arcturus, is that a Spirit Guardian, or are you happy to see me?
Let me get out of the way there for you.
There we go. Okay. Now it can attack. This one.
Yeah, that hits.
And I'm gonna end there.
All right. After Daphne is William.
Cool. Little steps forward.
Hmm.
This doggo gets to make me a save. I don't know if any of the other ones have to as well.
The 3 in the back all do.
Okay.
Not the 2 in the front. Pretty much, if you can, if your little line of sight cone hits the middle of their square, Spirit Guardians is gonna hit that creature.
Okay.
Oofta. 1 failed. Lots of hurt.
And then Will. Oh, wait. I do have other shit I can do. Duh. This one. $23.
That hits. Ouch.
And then Will takes a step back.
All right. Arcturus, it's your turn.
Good lord, those effects on the combat tracker.
Yeah. I mean, if Arcturus wanted to take another step forward, that's a whole, like, 4 other creatures, Spirit Guardians hits from that doorway.
This is true. But I'm not doing that.
All right. That misses.
13, yeah, we determined 13 does not detect their AC.
22 does.
Oh, that should be a 20 though. I apologize, I forgot to hit the -2.
Oh, you're good. Ow. Ow, that thing hurts. that it for Arcturus?
Yeah, I'll man mode it, orc mode it, continue standing here.
Alrighty. Woof, 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 woof. And 3 more attacks at Arcturus.
Is it these dogs get 3 attacks, or is it that all 3 of them are attempting to attack me?
All 3 of them in front of you are attempting to.
Excellent. And you are giving me the +2 AC for those 2 on the corners, right?
Yep, yep.
Lovely.
15 hits. 1 hits. 12 misses. Take 4 and 6. And then it's Aberforth's turn.
Aberforth is going to attempt to slap again. Ta-da!
Oh no! The slappings, they just keep happening.
And then the redial. Damn. Should have saved it.
Yeah, but you never know.
Alright.
Wow.
Yeah, no.
The best
Aberforth
crit
does
I've ever
damage.
made.
That's impressive.
9 damage. Way to go, bud.
Didn't crack a 3 on a single die.
Critically hit for 9 damage.
Critically
You-
hit for 9
At
damage
level
on
6.
6 dice.
You need to take like Savage
Nice.
Attacker or something.
You hate to see it.
Nice, my dude.
That's incredible.
Didn't even kill the dog that was at the red.
Here. I think Year's the only one that's actually killed dogs.
Hey,
I think he's gotten
Don't
the
clip-
last hit
don't.
on both of them so far.
don't clip that.
Oh, don't you worry. I won't ever take that out of context.
Oh, that's a dead dog. Good job, Year. Any other pup murder you feel like doing today?
Shut up.
That hits.
Shut up.
Apparently,
but
the
also-
answer is yes.
Yeah, shut up, but also yes.
We just casually do more than one of the rogues crits.
He Not only did he match the rogue's crit on 1 die, he beat it on 1 die immediately after.
Yep. Daphne.
Oh, his speed's reduced by 10, by the way.
Oh no.
Oh, also, if he steps
hits.
forward, his movement speed gets cut in half again.
That was
Take
the
that
one
force damage.
straight in front, right?
That was the one to the side.
Which one,
On
left or
the-
right?
Right.
Blech. And Daphne has a
Great.
Sounds
kill
like
on the
you gotta
board.
Target it.
Alright, after Daphne is William.
Second verse, same as the first.
Ah, you don't gotta do that.
I think I do.
Ooh, one of them critically saved. And one of them died.
And sure, we'll sling a firebolt at that one.
He will have +2 AC.
That's fine. 17?
Will miss because he has +2 AC.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, I thought 15 hit earlier.
Is it a 15?
I've been hitting with 14s.
Hold on.
17
Oh,
should hit.
yeah, no, that does hit. My bad.
Okay.
I can't math. I'm just a dungeon master. I don't do math.
Woo! 15!
The wind took it out of
Whoa.
you, didn't it?
Yeah,
Nice job,
the
Joe.
wind
You beat
killed
my
my
crit.
math.
Must have been the
Um,
wind.
And that's it for Will.
After Will is Arcturus, who is quickly finding himself out of targets.
Got one more I can work on.
Well, meat grinder you guys said it was actually working pretty good. That hits.
Yeah, apologies to anyone watching the stream who was hoping that
That hits.
the solution to this dog puzzle was not going to be a hideous slog of a combat.
That
We
hurt.
step out there. The dogs repair to the crossbow or the force bolt turrets.
Fuck.
All right.
Then I just flex on him.
Excuse me. All right.
He does the Monterville Mambo.
All right. After Arcturus is the doggos. The light in the dog's eyes shifts from like the like sinister red glow that they had to that same pale blue that Windspeakers had when he was channeling whomever that voice was. And they begin speaking with the same voice, but it kind of like jumps from dog to dog. So it's doing like that creepy thing that they do in like movies and shit, where like you have like a whole crowd of people, but they each like say a portion of whatever the fuck the dude is saying. And they say, "The power is genuine. He has more promise than Subject 2186."
Do we see Mirren get even more angry?
No. Marin just seems kind of confused. The dogs all kind of step to the back of the hall like this. They just kind of like line up obediently. And they sit down with their heads pointed at the floor.
Huh.
Aberforth, it's your turn.
Well, I can't reach them, even if they're not attacking. It seems like it's just poor form to leave a bunch of enemies behind us and capable. What does everybody else think?
I want something personal from each of those dogs so I can hunt them down later if they bite us in the ass.
This is how your ends transactions at the fucking store. Give me something personal of yours.
Yours epic destinies, he just becomes a soul broker.
How the fuck do you think I fill the shop with such weird shit? Do you think I wanted a jar of ticks? No, it's something someone had.
Who the fuck traded you a jar of ticks for a soul?
The boy.
The instant response.
The boy's secretly a lich, and he just keeps going to year with random shit that he found for souls.
It's just the jar of ticks is the soul jar. Have fun figuring out which one's my soul.
Wouldn't that suck though? You're just kind of sitting there, and then like Daphne picks one tick out of the jar to eat, and suddenly you're like, "Ow, my soul!"
The hounds make no
well-
move. The hounds make zero movement as you exit the room. They still have that same pale blue glow in their eyes.
Cool. So, do we want to get the pod people out now?
Yes, sure.
Do we? I assume we're still in initiative. Do we?
I mean, you can be.
Do we want to start getting out a bunch of comatose people while they're still there? Because we don't know how long the possession thing's gonna last. It didn't last that long for Eric.
I mean,
If
We also
you kind of ended
you also
it prematurely, so like.
yeah, because you destroyed the body.
Well, listen. How do you know that wasn't just coincidence?
also, if in character, if that's who I think it is, pretty sure they can hold that indefinitely.
Out of character, would they want to?
Well, they don't want to eat Will because they want his stuff.
Yeah,
They
but they
probably
might just be looking at it as you're stealing more of my shit. If I can't have it, nobody gets to.
Because it's worked so well for him so far.
also, I will point out, if they this person, whoever it is, probably does not need Will to be alive to be useful to them.
Also, the whole reason we set up this blender was to get the pod people.
I thought it was to kill the dogs.
So that
It
you
was
could
to
get
kill
the
the
pod
dogs so
people.
that we can get the pod people.
I'm cracking open the pod that's to my left.
Out slides a slimy, hairless, comatose Matrix person.
Nothing like cracking open a cold one with the boys, am I right?
Are they alive?
I'm
In a
cracking open the pod
clinical
on my right.
sense, he does like this. Does like this wet coffee gasp as like he expels whatever fluid was in the pod from his lungs, and then he takes like a few ragged breaths before like his eyes roll in the back of his head and he passes out.
Can
Cool.
I do a diagnostic check?
Yeah, sure.
See,
Go ahead and do a medicine check.
skills. There we go. Medicine.
Uh, this man potentially hasn't breathed air in like weeks or months. It must feel like his lungs are on fire.
Ah,
He must be in excruciating pain right now.
shit. Well,
Well, he's blacked out from it, but the few moments he was alive taking those few ragged breaths must have felt like he must have been excruciating for him.
unfortunately, there's nothing I can do to help because I'm out of spell slots.
It
I'm
also
sure
seems
that
that the majority of his muscles have atrophied. This guy's going to be bedridden for months.
the Church of Zazakiel can take care of him.
Oh yeah, the Church of Zazakiel is totally a charitable organization that'll be more than happy to take him in.
I pick up the I open this one here on the right side,
Same story.
and then I pick up the two bodies, the two people.
All right, I'm out of here. Come on.
Well, there's still 2 more.
Yeah, well, I've got 2 arms, so how about you grab one of them?
Okay. Well, between the 5 of the rest of us, that's basically like 2 strong people.
Um,
I mean,
the
I don't
the
think you need.
I don't think Marin's gonna help us.
I don't
no,
think you need 10
Marin's
hands
like,
to.
You idiots! Stop! You're practically killing them. They're not going to survive outside these pods.
Better to die free than to stay in here.
They're
But
dead.
there's a
Also,
chance.
They're
also, they're being used as batteries, so they're gonna die as soon as somebody uses this portal anyway.
yeah. Then their deaths would have had a purpose. You're just killing them for
Purpose.
no reason.
No, we're killing them to spite Mayol. That's a purpose. Maybe you don't agree with it, but it definitely is one.
He stops for a second and he goes, well, I mean, that's better than no reason.
Also, we don't. I think they'll be fine. I am, believe it or not, a medical professional.
She's at least a medical something.
If you're ever sober.
He knows you so well.
He's known her for
Listen.
all of 20 minutes, and he's already got it
Actually-
clocked to a T.
I mean,
Actually, as much as it hurts to admit, she's better when she's drunk.
Yeah, her hands get all shaky from the detox.
Well,
Oh,
yeah, I guess we crack open the other ones and then just hope this dude doesn't fucking stab us in the back while we're two manning each of the other slimy pod people.
how about this, Marin? It looks like this teleportation circle uses their life force, which would mean their spirits. By releasing them from these tubes and allowing them to die more, I don't want to say naturally, but in the way that they will outside the tube, their spirits would be able to move on and remain.
I think you're barking up the wrong tree there, my
Ooh,
friend.
Marin, I have an even better argument for you. The dogs are dealt with. Why are you still here?
I'm waiting for you guys. I'm getting the hell
Why?
out of here too.
Yeah, get out of here. The dogs were the thing in the way. This way we
This
don't
is
get to see
literally
you
all happened in
leaving
the
with
span of like
me,
8
old
seconds.
worshipper.
So like, it's like fine, I'm out of here.
Wait, Marin.
What?
And I'm sorry. It's really important that I tell you something.
What?
I forgot what it was. Bye.
Fuck you.
I thought for sure you had called him back, just be like, "Hey, Marin, I just wanted to let you know everything I said. I meant every word. Fuck you."
I thought it was just gonna be being a cleric is dope as fuck.
Yeah, should have been.
I thought you were just gonna cast Cure Wounds on him just to fucking spite his ass.
Yeah.
And then
Okay.
we decant the other ones, and we 4 2-man each of them out the doors as Arcturus carries the other 2.
Yeah, you heave ho those guys out of there. You climb up out of your tree.
Great, we're bringing slug people up into a market square.
Yep. You
Yeah, nothing.
you crawl out.
Look at what we're
It's
selling at
kind
the
of late in the
bazaar.
afternoon. The sun hasn't quite gone down yet. I'm gonna say it's around like 5-ish. Uh, the it's about rush hour, so the streets are pretty freaking full. And the folks on the street as like that walk past you as you're pulling these slug people up out of the ground, they don't seem to give a shit. Um, it's the city. They've all seen this shit before.
Now all I'm imagining is just bringing out the slug people going, you know what this reminds me? I want some noodles. And then it just cuts to us at a table with a pile of unconscious slug people while we're eating
You
the
just got 'em
noodles.
propped up in the booth next to you. They
They're
got their
just
own
Some
bowls of noodles.
they're just dying of fucking the oxygen in the room, and we're just like, man, I don't know how he does it.
wow, good
I'm
suggestion
gonna
on the
be
spicy
AFK
noodles.
for a minute, guys.
These
I'll be
really
right
hit the
back.
spot.
Yeah.
We're walking down the street and some dude sees us like, "Oh fuck, is it Tuesday already?"
Well, I presume we go to try to bring these people to somebody. Church is Ezekiel. Stoner in the Savannah.
Don't
Anyone
in the
other than us?
savannah.
I mean,
Whom do you entrust these poor souls to?
can we get one of them conscious enough to talk to us? Is my
Uh,
question.
they're gonna need at
Probably
least a
not.
long rest.
Okay.
How about a lesser restoration?
That might do it.
Kablam!
One of them wakes up. Which one do you pick? To pick one of the dudes or the chick?
Roll a d4.
Four.
4 it is, the woman.
All right. She wakes up, gasping and like her eyes are like just streaming, but she doesn't seem to have like the capability of speech. She's still like coughing up bits of the fluid or whatever that was in that pod. And she's just kind of looking around like half panicked. She's shivering really bad. Is she still naked?
I that's a great question.
I mean, we have
I'll throw my blanket over her.
yeah,
Okay.
if we have our packs, I'm presuming we just threw some sort of cloth from them over these people rather than
Yeah, you
parading
guys
them
got like
naked and
tarps and
unconscious.
blankets and stuff. Yeah, no, she's huddled up in that blanket and she just seems like her eyes. She can't keep her eyes open because the lights are too bright, and she's just like shaking and just seems like kind of half panicked.
Hey, hi.
She
Are
kind of does
you?
that like startled shrink away from you.
It's all right. It's all right. Uh, we have a lot to talk about. How you feeling? Not good from the sound of it.
That's about the best she can manage.
Okay. We're trying to get you guys back somewhere safe. We got you out of there, which is great. Just trying to figure out step two. Um, did is she like just not able to talk at all?
Yeah, like every time she tries to, it just comes out as like that harsh whisper.
Okay.
How would
Uh,
another lesser restoration do on that?
I'm
'Cause I
just
got
gonna
another
pump
one
this woman
locked and
full of
loaded.
steroids until she can talk.
She's gonna be able to punch me all by the time I'm done with her.
Whoops! Accidentally turned her into a paladin. Uh,
Whoopsie.
I mean, you can try plugging another lesser restoration into her.
Yeah, why not? I'll also start resting right afterwards. Kablamo!
Thank you,
what's your name?
Christy.
Nice to meet you, Christy. I'm Trixie. Uh, where are you from, Christine?
Narrows.
The Narrows. Well, uh, hmm. I'm a hmm. Do you remember how you got there? Where we grabbed you?
I just last
All right,
thing
I'm back. What I miss?
last thing I remember, I was going home, markets. Then all I could see was green, and then behind the pot.
Do you have any family, Christy? Okay.
Parents dead. No brothers or sisters.
Sorry to hear that. Um, I want to get you back home. I'm a little worried that if we just stick you back there, you're gonna end up in a similar situation
I'll be
soon.
back. I'll be back in the hole.
Hmm?
Put me back in the hole.
No, 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 not that. We're gonna figure something out.
Why don't you come work for us?
She's not doing any
But
work.
like, currently,
No.
she's in no condition to work.
No, convalesce for a while. We'll keep you safe. Or at least our people. You
Our
could come help us run
people.
the shop. Shh.
The shop that has drafts in every board and was just ransacked by a bunch of goblins.
We
Yeah,
can
but
keep
she
the
doesn't know that.
No, I
mini
know. I'm
demon
just
sword.
saying, like, the bastion of security, that building.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Can we leave her with your?
I
Can we leave them with your family, Ark?
pull everybody aside. No, probably not them.
Yeah, no.
They're pretty warlike.
Why would we bring her to anywhere in the tribe lands where
Yeah.
the strong rule and she's currently effectively crippled?
Okay.
No,
Good point.
she is very much crippled.
Why don't we bring her to the Church of Zazakiel? I'm sure they'd love to help these people in return for any information they remember on Mayol's cultists, considering they have a bit of a hate on for them.
57 more minutes, I'll slam 2 more lesser restorations in her, see what happens.
Like in a healing sense or in a science sense?
Yes.
Because at this
Yeah.
point, I'm thinking like years lesser restorations. He just keeps fucking just needles of adrenaline on him.
Yeah, he's just boom. Full testosterone.
Do I have any reason to believe that just pumping healing magic on them might not be the best idea?
I mean, magic's only gonna do so much. It's not gonna unatrophy her arms. It's not gonna
Right? She
cure
needs
her
to like
PTSD. It's not
they
gonna.
they need like physical therapy.
They need like months of actual effort.
Okay.
If you had like a regeneration spell, but that's like high level magic.
Yeah, I'm still thinking we drop him off with the Church of Zazakiel.
It might be the best we can do.
I don't know if it's the best, but it'll certainly be the easiest.
Listen, the Church of Zazakiel is a place of healing. They run many of the hospitals or clinics in the area. They also do have a hate on for the cult of Mayol. It probably really is for the best. And we can leave Christie and the rest with one of our calling cards so that, when they recover, if they wish, they can swing by, buy some stuff from the shop.
And then
Pick
we
up a
can all
job
go get noodles.
application.
Yeah.
So Church of Zazakiel then?
Yeah. And I pull
Yeah.
I say under my breath so that Christy can't hear it. Willing to bet that the other three, because I missed this part, so you guys, this is out of character. You guys might have heard this, but back in character, I'm willing to bet that all four of them probably have no family. They were picked for a reason. If we, nobody's going to miss them.
They were picked because no one would miss them.
Right. So if we give them a found family instead, it's going to even if it's tribe land, strong survive, etc. It's probably in the situation of, there are people who know about this person, who care about how they're doing. Maybe they're no longer a target for the cult of male like they were. Plus, we can have them work in the shop while we're gone.
Like indentured
But
servants.
we already have a child and a goblin.
A child and a goblin, both of whom are people who are probably not missed by others, who have an opportunity to develop a found home. We're saving them from being victims of Mayol as well. Think about it.
Is this really the arc of the Bounty Hunters? We're literally picking up the discarded and the downtrodden and giving them a home.
The
That's
bounty
half
hunters
what the
slowly
wildfire
evolve
was too.
into an orphanage.
I guess you could say the real treasures were the friends that we found along the way.
And the one that was kidnapped by the rug of snuggling.
So, Church of
Love the
Zazakiel then.
It's gonna have to be. We don't really have any other realistic options.
It takes you a while to get there, unless you guys like hire a cab or something. You can just hire.
I was about to say, is there a cab that has enough room for 9 people?
No. Well, there are non-motor
there's a-
cabs. Like you can get like a carriage or whatever, and that'll hold like
Yeah.
like half a dozen people. There are like larger carriages for like moving groups.
Let's do that.
All right. Yeah, you hire a cab.
It'll be easier on them, less pain.
You're in the bazaar. The cab is the cabin is essentially just like a large cart, that's being drawn by a 12-foot long lizard. He stops, picks you guys up, and he goes, "What do, my friends?"
Wait, does the lizard say that?
No, the cab driver does. "Where do, my friends?"
The Church of Zazakiel.
Which one? There are several in the bazaar.
The one that has the best reputation for healing.
Ah. Want to go there? Okay. Hanzazi. And he flips the reins, and the lizard just kind of starts scurrying down the street. You guys
Oh,
ride for
yes.
about 20 minutes on the back of this lizard cart.
Yes, this was much less strenuous on the patients than having them walk.
Oh yeah, no, the cart's like bouncing and rattling and it like almost tips over a couple times. Uh,
It's not.
the streets of the bazaar are like largely cobblestone.
Yeah.
So like this thing is like rattling. It's a rigid wooden cart, so it has like no suspension. So you guys are just like bouncing constantly on the way. Um, but he eventually takes you to, I believe the name. I gotta pull up the place. What is the name of this? Bazaar map. It's not Ray's Square. He takes you to Alchemist's Exchange. Which is like the neighboring, the next neighborhood over to the west. He takes you over to the Alchemist's Exchange, and he pulls up in front of this large, opulent church of Zazakiel. Goes, that will be. How many of you are there? 9. I believe that will be 1827 copper.
How much silver is it to a copper again?
10.
He's asking
I
for 3
hand them
silver.
3 silver.
I owe you 3 copper change.
Yeah, you can keep the coppers, sir. And thank you very much.
Oh, thank you very much, sir. You have a pleasant evening. On Zazie! And he flips the reins and takes off again down the street. The cart, now much lighter, visibly just like lifting up off the road in a few places. um, uh, you
I guess
guys, you guys go into the church. Inside the church, um, it is like this magnificent Gothic structure, high arched ceilings, large stained glass windows, with the image of Zazakiel kind of embedded into them. And Zazakiel's appearance is typically like an angel with large blade-like wings, holding what appears to be like a sunburst in one raised hand and a sword in the other, and the hand with the sword is like lowered for a hip. And as you walk down the hall with these poor people, a priest of Zazakiel comes up and he goes, "Ah, hello, my friends. You come seeking aid?"
Yes, we rescued these 4 people from a cult of male stronghold we found in the below the bazaar. They were being
Oh,
used to fuel some sort of teleportation ritual, and
oh,
they do have some memories of their time being used as that. We were hoping that they could trade this information for help recovering from their ordeal.
I see. Well, we don't trade stories for aid here. I'm afraid. The church cannot provide its balms without some form of monetary recompense. Surely you understand.
Will takes his coin pouch and throws it in front of the priest and says, "I hope that can cover it."
Hang on, hang on. I've got
No, I got it.
I've got something here.
I I'm willing to give up all of my gold for this.
I pull out a pocketbook. This belonged to a cultist.
Great.
Just selling them out.
What can we do with that?
Minimum amount of divination magic. You could find them, get
Oh.
information from them.
I think the problem here, just out of character, the problem here is like this would be interesting to his boss's boss.
Not even his boss's boss. Like the fighting the cult part of the church, completely different branch.
Yeah,
You're like going to the post office with military secrets.
right.
Yes.
You're like going to the post office
Does
and
it-
going, "I know where Bin Laden is."
Doesn't matter. Good boy credits are good boy credits. Wherever he brings it, he'll get a good attaboy.
Because we do not deal in that kind of currency here. I need a coin, and he
Cool.
bends over and picks your pouch up off the floor. Like that was fucking rude. And
There is 107 gold in that pouch.
he looks at it and he goes, This will pay for 2 of them. I'm gonna need at least twice this amount.
Where are the people who hunt down male cultists, and where can I find them?
Yes. Shh. Do not speak openly about this, the holy grounds.
Where? If you could just point in a direction that is nothing to do with this. Wink, wink.
You do not find them, my friend. They will find you.
Okay, I'll keep an eye out for him.
Do you guys take labor as payment?
Depends on the labor.
Okay, what about a qualified medical practitioner?
He looks you up and down and he goes, "We are not interested in your heresy, creature."
Excuse you? Listen, where I'm from, there's a whole panoply of gods, and we all kind of just trade off on them.
I'm afraid on Bastion there is but one true goddess.
I was about to say, good idea there, Daphne, going to the Catholic Church and being like, well, where I'm from, we worship a multitude of gods.
You know, in Greece, we have all
Yeah.
kinds of gods.
All right, fine. I won't do any. I won't channel my goddess here. I can just do normal, non-magical nursing.
What's like bombs and bandages and
Yeah,
whatnot?
or like patient care.
We do
you-
not do that
sorry.
here.
Body shots.
Sorry,
I plunked down 43 gold to pay for a third person.
Cool. That's what you've been
sorry.
paid for.
Just
He's like,
just to clarify.
he's like, no. That is nonsense. Witch doctor nonsense. Only the light and prayer of Zazakiel is a path
Sorry.
to
Okay.
health.
So just to clarify, just so we understand exactly who we're leaving these very vulnerable people with, you think that basic things like talking to patients and like trying to understand their needs and making sure they're comfortable during convalescence, that's not what you guys do?
No, we show them the light of Zazakiel and offer them our prayers.
I take my 43 gold pieces back.
So, where should we take them for healing then? You know, somewhere that actually cares for people?
We care for them. We care for them very much.
Yeah, sure. Okay. Where will somebody go to provide them health care?
Here, we will offer them our healing.
No, not
Services.
You're
spiritual
asking
care.
for health care in the 1920s.
Yeah.
Yeah, like when they
No.
invented the chainsaw and cocaine was used as an analgesic, but they still performed surgeries and helped people.
Yeah, that's the
Yeah,
cult
no,
of
listen.
Mayol.
We could. Oh God, why can I never remember his name? The spiritual leader in the tribe lands who said he'd help us with.
Uthrak.
Brother
Yeah.
Slog.
Uthrak or
Wait.
Brother Slog?
No,
Brother
Brother
Slog.
Slog.
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
Give
I
us
mean,
all kinds
we-
of like primal healers that like actually heal people. The Church of Zazakiel
And-
will like cast some spells and like pray over you, but that's about it. And
Yeah.
anything
yeah.
else that you're getting is either you're going to a bone saw from the cult of Mayol, or you're taking a risk with one of the snake oil salesmen in the bazaar.
He's saying this. I'm plunking more lesser restorations into the woman.
It's not really doing much for her at this point.
No, he's just
I-
writing down her
I do-
responses.
I demand a discount. This one's halfway there.
At this point, the last lesser restoration got rid of her split ends.
She
Well,
is, she
that's-
is emaciated, but she is glowing. Okay,
Let's-
I want a
well-
discount.
Well, in that case, then, I'll be taking my gold back. I'll give him
Okay.
7 for the trouble.
And then let's go bring them to Brother Slog.
I'm
I'm sure these people will handle a trip through the tribe lands incredibly well.
Good luck, my friends. May the
How would
light
they
of
fare out-
Zazakiel bless your way.
For the record, as
Daphne?
Daphne's
Daphne,
just about to
let's
walk out.
not piss off the Catholic Church.
Daphne, we
the
just
record.
dealt with one religious issue. Don't start another.
Don't start another. You just walked into the church as Ezekiel being like, hey, we know a whole bunch of shit about the cult of Mayol. Gee, I hope the Umbral sect doesn't show up.
Yeah, there's
Wait a
no way
minute.
this
All
could
right.
bite us in the ass.
Yeah.
I know how to handle this.
Daphne starts drinking.
Saving throw. As Daphne is leaving, she cuts back. For the record, I think I now understand why my goddess brought me here. And then leaves.
I'm glad you finally figured that out, however long that took you.
Not that
Yeah,
long. I've only
not
been here about a month.
Not exactly the cutting retort I would have expected there, Daphne.
Shut the fuck up, William.
There it is.
Yeah, why didn't you lead with that?
All right, you guys leave the church as Ezekiel. Luckily, the part of the district that you're in is also the one that has the Skytram station.
Oh, I'm sure this isn't gonna look weird when we walk onto the Skytram with 3 slug people and a woman wrapped in a blanket who's shaking uncontrollably.
To be fair, you got to look at it from this perspective. If you were on the Brooklyn subway and someone walked in with 3 slug people and 1 shaking woman, would you look askance?
Well, no, see, you're missing the part where there's also one of the able-bodied people routinely chanting and shooting energy into the woman who keeps shaking uncontrollably.
I mean, we are coming in from the bazaar, so maybe we bought these people.
No. My work isn't doing anything for the woman. I've moved on to another patient.
So you guys hop on the Skytram. Again, nobody gives 2 shits about you guys.
Yeah, like I said, Brooklyn subway.
Yeah, it's the New York subway. Everybody's seen this shit before. The train's too crowded for people to really give a shit.
People on the New York subway just glad a homeless person didn't try to grab their tongue today.
Yeah. So, you guys ride the tram back to where do you ride it to? What district do you hop off in? Because it doesn't go to the bazaar. I mean, it doesn't go to the Tribelands.
That would be wild if there was a tram station in the Tribelands.
No,
Is
the
that
only
I'm going to suggest we don't go to the Drenarthi district,
I was about to say, I'm
because I
just
doubt
imagining.
full body exposure to those fumes would be good.
I mean, they've got the tunnels, but those only do you so much.
Yeah. Where else can we go?
The Sky Docks is a good place, but that's gonna put you in the northern part of the district, and then you're gonna have to get them from the northern part all the way to the other end. You guys are in a bit of a tight spot, to be honest, as far as getting into the Tribelands is concerned. Let me pull up the full map of the city.
Maybe we need to buy a cart.
A car. You guys had a car, didn't you?
We have a
Please.
token.
We
Oh, yeah,
crashed a car.
you have a token. It doesn't have a car attached to it yet.
Nope.
Oh, that's not the one I want. There it is. Like the Will
To
was
be
apparently
fair,
already looking at the map.
after after her previous and first experience with automobiles, I'm not sure Daphne's ever getting inside one again.
All right, so this is going to be a very, very roundabout route. But you guys could conceivably ride the train to Gloom Hollow, go from Gloom Hollow up to the Dragon's Shadow, from the Dragon's Shadow to the Red Mines, and then from the Red Mines into the Tribelands, and that'll get you right into Brother Slog's camp.
Yeah, sure.
Um,
Mr. DM, what's with the flying ships things?
Those are the points where you can go from Bastion proper to the Dragon, to the Great Roost.
Can we not hop on that to the Great Roost, then back from the Great Roost down to the Red Mines,
You
and then over?
can, but you'd have to go through the bazaar for that, and you're already like in the hex with the train. It's a question of how much time you want to be traveling. But I guess you're traveling roughly the same amount of time to get from Gloom Hollow to the Red Mines.
Yeah, and
So
if we don't have to pass through the Dragon Shadow, that's
I mean,
better.
fuck. I mean, at that point, we might
It's
as well
not the
just
shadow;
get.
it's the Great Roost, which is above the
At
Dragon
that
Shadow.
At that point, we might as well just hoof it to the where we need to be.
Hmm.
Because
well, the issue is getting
distance
these
from
people to walk that far.
the distance from Gloom Hollow to where the Red Mines meet the Slowmat Tribelands is equidistant from here to where we need to be.
Yeah, the question is how much of that travel do you want to do inside the Tribelands? Is the problem.
yeah,
We really don't want to get caught into a dinosaur fight while we're trying to transport these people.
Yeah.
Especially
Yeah.
since Daphne still has to beat up a Triceratops.
yeah.
DM,
Oh yeah, that's right.
Mr. DM, I would like to see what these potions are.
Sure. You can roll up your potions real quick.
One of them is a potion of lesser restoration.
Hey.
Fuck.
Just slams it into one of them.
Done. Lesser Restoration to get a spell slot back to cast Lesser Restoration.
All right. I'm just gonna pick. How many did I say? 4?
4.
Yes.
Yeah,
That
I'm
is
just gonna pick
correct.
like 4 random potions off of here.
We should probably check the scrolls while we're at it.
Yeah. All right. So I'm feeling nice. We're gonna go with one of these potions. We're gonna go with one of these potions. I like this potion. That's funny.
Jesus, the supreme healing.
And we're gonna go with that one. Those are the 4 potions they had.
Huh. I mean, I can see the other 3, but why Cloud Giant Strength?
Why not?
No, I mean, I'm thinking from an in-fiction
Are you?
perspective, like, why would why would the
Some,
cultists of Mayol be interested
You
in
ever-
that
sometimes you
potion
need to move a bunch
specifically?
of corpses.
Yeah, have you ever tried to actually saw through a rib cage? Let alone having to get through a quota of them before your shift is over? It's all for learning nursing.
I said there were 3 scrolls.
This
Yes.
is correct.
Yes.
All right, let's grab this scroll. And I mean, we gotta have this scroll. And let's do. You know what? Let's just be like extra on point here. That one in there too. What level is that? That's a pretty high level, isn't it?
It's only a level 4 necromancy spell.
Yeah. There you go. You have a scroll of light, and you should be able to just like drag and drop those onto your character sheet if whoever wants them.
Yeah, I grabbed all those potions.
Okay. So what path are you guys taking? You don't have to take the train if you don't want. You can take the airship up to the Great Roost, cross through the Great Roost into the Red Mines, and then be right in Brother Slog's territory.
Yeah, that sounds like the best we've got.
Yeah, let's go that way then.
As one last note on the scrolls, I can't cast any of those spells, so
Hey, neither can I.
it'd have to be either Ye or William.
Let's say I'm pretty sure I can cast all of them.
I'm pretty sure you can.
You can also
Why
add them to
can't
his spell book if you wanted to.
Oh,
can't
that's
Daphne
right.
add Animate Dead?
Because Animate Dead isn't on the cleric spell list.
Yes, it
It
is.
should be.
It is?
Yeah,
Yeah.
totally is.
Yeah, that should definitely be on the cleric spell list. Alright, so the Zephyr Station.
Yes, it is.
Yep, I was wrong. It is on the cleric spell list. Sure, I'll take it. What's the worst that could happen from that being in Daphne's hands?
We're just gonna come in one day seeing a corpse bringing Daphne a bottle of wine.
There's gonna be 5
So,
silver a person to get up into the Great Roost. This shit ain't cheap.
so we
Okay.
you could take that scroll, yes, and use it once.
Or you can
But
give it to me, and I can use it 3 times a day.
yeah, yeah, that's where I was going with that.
Yeah, like me eating those 2 of those scrolls, and then the scroll of blight when we hit level 8 means we get those basically until Will dies.
Fun fact, he can take that scroll, put it in his book, and then he can put it on a scroll.
Yeah, he can make copies of it later.
Fine.
Here you go, Will. Do some homework, you fucking nerd.
Oh boy, homework.
So 5
Finally.
silver apiece, and there's 9 of us.
Yes. So 40 silver or 4 gold.
Okay,
Well,
I can
you
do
know,
that.
And that's one
45.
way. So you're gonna need another 4 gold on the way back.
I'm broke. So I am not able to contribute meaningfully to this.
Oh,
Why am I
I
not
can cover that. So
surprised?
it's just 8 gold altogether.
Yep.
Yeah.
My brain's just
It's
trying to do math.
9 people, 4.5 gold a trip. So 9 gold for round trip.
Okay, 9 gold.
Alright, that's
Okay, 90.
45. I'm dumb. I can't math either.
Yep,
I
okay. I subtracted
wasn't
the
going to say
gold for
something, but then I
in and
decided to
out.
say something.
Alright.
Group discount 8 gold.
Alright, you guys ride the boat up to the sky up to the Great Roost. You get there. The Great Roost is this magnificent floating stone in the center of Bastion, and it is just covered on the top side with like these huge opulent towers. Not a single building in this part of the city is like shorter than like 4 or 5 stories. Um, uh, the sky directly above you is is more or less dominated by the sun, which is actually a crystal sphere, which hovers about a mile over the district, and um, pretty much everywhere you look, you can see like there are bridges closing, like connecting towers together, all over the place, and there are like a bunch of hot air balloons just kind of like floating around with like tourists and stuff in them. You get out of the little boat station there, and it's just like you've been to some ritzy places on the ground, but up here is just like everybody's fucking wealthy. Um, Everyone's like dressed well. They're all like walking uh in like small little cliques, and they're all like having like pleasant conversations with each other. There is a lot of Warforged up here. Um, it seems that pretty much everybody has a Warforged up here. Like this is where the wealth is in Bastion. There's also
And we run
kobolds. There's also
when
kobolds
people.
all over the place, and they're just running around being ridiculous little lizard people,
as they do.
as they do. In fact, as you're walking across the district, a kobold archivist trips while carrying like a stack of scrolls as large as they are, and they just kind of spill out all over the place.
Some of them spill off of the district.
No, you're not like on the edge or anything, but he's just
Aw.
he's just stuck, covered in scrolls and stuff. A little help.
Daphne will
Sure.
help him up.
Gather some scrolls. I hand them back to him.
Thank you. Normally nobody stops for me. Here, you can have this one. And he hands you a scroll.
Thanks.
Thanks.
Bye. And he just starts like, you know, like those frilled lizards that like run all stupid.
Yeah.
He does like that
Oh
run
my
with like his
God,
arms
yeah.
full of scrolls.
What was the scroll he gave us?
It has a random first level spell slot on it. Or
Oh.
spell on it. I haven't rolled it yet. You guys cross the Dragon Shadow. It takes a while. It's pretty late by the time you guys get off the boat into the Red Mines and back into Brother Slog's territory. It was about 5 when you guys left the hole. It's about 11 now. So it's pretty late. It's getting pretty cold. The slug people are shivering pretty bad because all they really have are some blankets that you guys gave them, and it's pretty cold in the tribe lands at night. And you are in Brother Slog's camp because he happens to be camped like right outside the gate here.
Well, I guess let's try to find some place for us and them to. I mean, it's not super pressing time-wise, right? So why don't we just bunk down for the night, ask to speak to Brother Slog in the morning? We have important news.
Okay. And we'll end it there.
Sure.
Cool.
All right.
Good session, guys.
Hey, we lived.
we managed to drag out the dogs and going to tell people what we did for the entire session.
Yep.
How we do?
That's D&D, baby.
Woo!
Baby.
I'm just gonna say I really wish that the cabbie was the lizard and the human that was on the carriage was his pet named Thumbs to open doors and packaging for him.
I support